starts right now.
New at noon, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton agreeing to apologize and pay $3.3 million in taxpayer money to 4 former staffers. This comes after they had accused him of corruption in 2020. Paxton then fired them.
That is according to terms of the preliminary lawsuit settlement filed today. However, Paxton made no admission of wrongdoing to accusations of bribery and abuse of office.
That payout, though, will not come from Paxton's own pocket, but rather from state funds. That means it still requires approval by the GOP-controlled Texas legislature. Some big traffic troubles from a rollover crash on the Far East Side today, and those problems could stretch into later on this afternoon.
San Antonio police have shut down a stretch of I-10 East near Loop 1604 because of a fuel and oil spill on the road. Katrina Weber tells us police say the driver who was to blame never even stopped.
It is wheels up for an 18-wheeler. The big rig was eastbound on Interstate 10 when it went off course on the Far East Side around 8 this morning. Witnesses told San Antonio police the driver lost control after someone in a black SUV cut him off and kept going. The big rig hit a pickup in the process, causing damage to it. The crash also caused a big headache for other drivers who were heading toward Loop 1604. The backup from it stretched on for miles. While many people were stuck in this traffic, police say almost everyone involved in the crash was able to walk away. Only a passenger in the pickup went to a hospital, and police say that person's injuries were not serious. Cleanup crews were left with a serious problem, though. They had to soak up the fuel and oil that spilled from the overturned 18-wheeler onto the road. In the meantime, the main lanes of the highway had to remain closed. But police are keeping the case open in case they find the SUV driver who was to blame. Katrina Weber, KSAT12 News.
It feels a lot colder than it is outside. Right now, these guys are just kind of, what do you call that, crawling along at that intersection.
They are barely moving. That's the wreck we were just talking about. At least they are moving. So.
And they don't need their air conditioners on.
Nope.
Okay, that's another bright side.
Sure, yeah, it's cooler today. Yesterday it was fairly warm. Today quite a bit cooler. That front came through last night. The biggest story of the morning, though, has been those gusty winds. We've had winds gusting close to 40 miles per hour in some cases. These winds are trying to come down some, and they'll continue to kind of step down as we get throughout the rest of the afternoon. But it is still windy out there, gusting to 25 miles per hour at the airport, gusting to 30 in Kerrville and Fredericksburg, gusting to 26 right now in New Braunfels and here around Bexar County. I'd say gusts on the order of 20 to 25. This is all out of the north. These winds will go down into the 5 to 10 mile per hour range as we get into tonight, but we've still got several more hours of these gusty winds. A few clouds out there too moving across the sky. Temperatures 51 at the airport, dew point is at 33 and falling. And there you see the sustained wind at the airport, northwesterly at 14. Here's a look at the KSAT 12-hour forecast. We'll go 54 at 2 o'clock, 57 our high temperature. Skies will start to clear, and then tonight it gets cold. 43 at 10 o'clock, 41 11 p.m. If you've got plans to be out and about tonight, take a jacket. You will want it. By tomorrow morning, down close to freezing. In fact, I think here in town we will touch freezing before we warm up. A beautiful weekend. But we do have some changes next week and maybe a little bit of rain just before Valentine's Day. We'll take a look at that forecast here in just a few minutes.
Look forward to it. Thank you, Justin. New at noon, we now know the name of a 30-year-old man who was shot and killed outside of a Northwest Side food mart.
The Bexar County Medical Examiner identifying him as Justin Troy Valle. Police say that he was there with another person and they were arguing on Wednesday night on Northwest Military Highway near Loch El-Selma Road. At some point, the other person shot Valle. He was taken to the hospital with several gunshot wounds. Police say they were able to get details on someone who could be a suspect. Officers are questioning that person, but police have not arrested anyone.
A driver stopped right in their tracks after bullets crashed through the back of their car. Now police are looking for the person who pulled the trigger. Police say last month the driver was turning into a parking lot on South Laredo Street near I-10. At some point, a person inside a dark-colored vehicle fired at him, hitting their back window. No one hurt. The suspect took off. If you can help police solve this case, you are asked to call Crime Stoppers at 224-STOP.
The gift of blood helping save a daughter, and now the father of a Robb Elementary student is on a mission to pay it forward. Ruben Zamora's daughter, Maya, spent 66 days in the hospital after the Uvalde shooting. Our cameras were there last month as she met the people who donated in her name. Ruben tells KSAT he couldn't give blood as planned on Thursday, but he's still encouraging everyone else to become donors, especially minority groups.
Maybe it's scared like me, or it's just, I don't know if it's comes down generations don't do that or whatever it is, but hopefully it doesn't happen to him to them what happened to me. That's the reason I'm here.
Samara says that he will continue donating in the future. If you'd like to become a blood donor, you can sign up with the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center right on our website at KSAT12.
The Department of Public Safety has finished its investigation into how troopers responded to Texas' deadliest school shooting. The agency fired Officer Sergeant Juan Maldonado and is attempting to terminate Ranger Christopher Kindell. A third trooper, Crimson Elizondo, resigned before the investigation into her conduct was resolved. According to a DPS spokesperson, the 4 remaining troopers were cleared. After yesterday's budget hearing at the Texas Capitol, Director Steve McCraw says no other troopers will face discipline.
2 men behind bars after the Jourdanton Police Department arrested them for trying to use fake money and stealing from a store as well. Police tracking down a suspect who was right in front of a Walmart. They found a stack of counterfeit bills, drugs, and what police believe to be stolen mail addresses from Atascosa County. Investigators say the passenger in the suspect's car was let go and then went inside the Walmart and stole an item, but police were still outside. Both men arrested on separate charges.
Now to the latest on that devastating earthquake in Turkey and Syria. Days after the disaster, crews are still finding survivors buried in that rubble. ABC's Rena Roy reports that the death toll now stands at more than 22,000.
As the days go on, the chances of survival in Turkey and Syria becoming slimmer, but still miracles amidst the rubble. Like this 10-day-old baby rescued after 90 hours. His mother saved too, both taken to the hospital. In Antakya, Turkey, rescuers heard survivors calling for help beneath the destruction, more than 80 hours after the quake struck. Workers calling for silence as they tried to locate the sound. Then 50-year-old Mehmet and his mother pulled from the debris. Search and rescue teams up against freezing temperatures and more than 600 aftershocks since the devastating earthquake. ABC's David Muir on the ground in Turkey.
It's impossible to imagine the work that continues for these search and rescue teams, and you can see another one of these very difficult moments, holding up a blanket where it's believed they've discovered another body in the rubble.
Nearly 100 countries sending aid.
Teams from the United States and other countries are here to help in this urgent effort, and you can see just the scale of this catastrophe.
In war-torn Syria, officials say it's been difficult to access resources. Those who survived face a nightmare of uncertainty. Struggling with the grief of losing loved ones, many are now homeless. Men, women, and children gathering around fires with nowhere to go in the freezing cold.
So far, the U.S. government has pledged $85 million in earthquake relief, and organizations like the Red Cross are trying to provide blood, clothes, and blankets in the bitter cold. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
If you have not been able to keep up with all the Spurs wheelings and dealings this last week, we're going to review it all for you. Coming up in sports.
Students at a local high school doing some high-tech work, how their efforts are not only going to help them build some robots, but a brighter future as well. The robotics team at Wagner High School focusing on building a variety of skills with the students, from communication to teamwork.
Tiffany Huertas was able to speak with students on the team who shared their experiences.
Building the robot takes like 3 to 4 months at least.
Orlando Martinez is passionate about building robots.
And I've been doing robotics in general for like 6 years now.
Orlando is part of the robotics team at Wagner High School.
Our robot this year has been better than any other year.
The robotics team at Wagner High School started in 2016 and has grown ever since. And they recently competed against some of the best teams in Texas.
It felt so cool, very rewarding, because Austin teams are known for being really strong and powerful. And we got to be right up there with them in the semi-regionals, leading the way. So it was really cool.
The students are excited to keep learning and have big plans after high school.
I plan on majoring in mechanical engineering in college.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT12 News.
I need to get one of those robots that goes from the couch to the fridge and back to the couch.
What would it get in the fridge?
Well, who knows?
Lemonade.
That's it.
At Justin's house, maybe something else.
Well, it is Friday. Listen, we got blue skies starting to show up out there. A few clouds here and there, but I think we're going to see these clouds begin to clear out. And the aquifer starting to drop back down today after jumping up yesterday. 638.1, down 1/10 of a foot. In your pollen count, everything looks good here. You know, we had gusty north winds. We were worried Cedar might come up a little bit. It didn't. That's good. 50, the number on that. Coming up, we're going to take a look at traffic one more time. We'll get you an update there. Plus, we'll look at your weekend forecast.
It's awesome. I'm just thankful I get to do it. We work really hard to be able to get to San Antonio. It's limited, and so we go all year to get to come here, and they treat us wonderful, and it's just great.
I was going to say, what's it like to win here in San Antonio?
It's freaking awesome.
And you're pregnant. Congratulations. When do you do?
End of May.
How long can you keep riding?
This is probably going to be my last 2 raw, so makes it even better. Yeah.
So there you go.
Yes.
Well, congratulations on the win and on the pregnancy. Good luck with that. I still can't get over that. Still. In case you missed it, huh?
I can't get over how quickly she roped the little calf there.
2.2 seconds.
Wow.
So
that's
in case
insane.
you missed it, yeah, that was last night's breakaway roping champ, Alex Loisel. And yeah, she is pregnant. 5 months.
This is her last rodeo, I guess, until she gives birth. That's just one of many highlights from last night's rodeo special. A lot of real interesting things happen. If you missed it, you can watch the whole thing. It's on our website right now.
Well, fun continues today at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. Did you have your cowboy boots ready? The grounds are open, and they are open every day at 9 a.m. The carnival reopens this afternoon at 4. The rodeo runs through February 26th.
And there's some big names hitting the stage this weekend at the rodeo. You can catch performances by Jake Owen, Carly Pierce, and Midland, William Beckman, and Ronnie Millsap still singing. We're going to take a look at the full lineup. You can do so on KSAT.com.
If you're going to Carnival today, going to ride one of those fast rides, those high rides?
Well, the winds are pretty high, so I'm going to say the Ferris wheel is going to be swaying in the wind.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to be at the top of the Ferris wheel right now, but the winds start to calm down a little bit as we get into this evening and tomorrow. Rodeo is going to be busy. I can guarantee you that. The weather looks really nice. First one to start with traffic, get you back out there to I-10 eastbound near 1604. And what we've noticed here just within the last few minutes is that the traffic has almost come to a standstill yet again. TxDOT is showing, we don't have this confirmed, maybe another crash has occurred somewhere along the way that is backing things up yet again. So main lanes are closed. This is eastbound again, and you're having to get off to the service road. This is going to be a big backup, and we can see it here on the maps right here. There is the backup. You got to get past 1604 before you get into some clearing there if you're heading out towards Seguin. You may want to find an alternate route. That's not a fun situation there. Neither are these winds. It's been gusty since last night. That cold front moved through around midnight. And by this morning, we were looking at wind gusts anywhere from 35 to 40 miles per hour, made for some wind chills earlier. And it's still pretty blustery out there. Gusts to 33 in Hondo, gusts to 28 in Kerrville. We're gusting to 25 here in San Antonio. Now, this number has come down some, and I think you're going to see a gradual lessening of the winds as we get into the afternoon and evening hours, but this takes some time. So it'll be tonight before those winds really calm. And we've got some clouds over top of us right now, some mid and high level clouds. Temperatures not warming up a whole lot. 51 degrees at the airport, 52 Stinson, and 50 over at Randolph. You see the sustained winds here. And this is the setup. We have our area of low pressure over to the east. Cold front that came through. It's pushed through all of Texas. Tight pressure gradient on the back side. And that gives you those northwesterly winds. And I should point out that it's dry enough out west of San Antonio, places that have not seen much rain, that there is a little bit of a fire threat today too. We'll have to keep an eye on that. That will especially be the case as we go forward into spring and things start warming up. We'll have to watch out for the fire conditions starting to ramp up. You can see here on the satellite radar, a little bit of a spin right there. That's that system finally moving away. Still some cloud cover there. We've got a patch of clouds coming through right now, a few more clouds behind that, but I do think we'll see plenty of sun by the time we get into the late afternoon hours. Here's the KSAT 12-hour forecast: 54 at 2 o'clock, 56, 3 p.m., 57 your high today. Tonight, we fall off quickly: 53 at 6 o'clock, 50 by 7. And into the 40s as early as 8 o'clock. So it is definitely jacket weather tonight if you plan to be out and about, and we'll be in the low 40s by midnight. And in fact, I do think we get down to freezing, at least briefly, by tomorrow morning here in San Antonio. What can you expect over your weekend? Well, again, sunny skies by this afternoon, and then as we get into tomorrow, sunny yet again. And this is why I think everyone's going to be at the rodeo tomorrow. Look at the temperature, 61 for your Saturday sunny skies. By the time we get into Sunday, clouds do start to increase. We see an increase in mid and high level clouds coming in from the west. So Sunday will be probably mostly cloudy, but still nice, low 60s. These are very comfortable temperatures. Then as we look beyond that, our next storm system arrives Monday night into Tuesday. This once looked like it was pretty promising, not so much anymore, in the sense that our window of getting rain is really pretty small. I think it's after sunset Monday and before sunrise Tuesday. So while you're sleeping Monday night, we could get a few showers and storms. We're still keeping chances at 40%. But the good news here is this clears out for Valentine's Day. It'll be a little breezy on Valentine's Day, but nice nonetheless. And so as we look at 7A here, 61 tomorrow, 63 on Sunday, as we said. 66 Monday, mostly cloudy. There's that chance of storms Monday night into Tuesday, all the way up to 80 on Wednesday, before another big cool down Thursday with highs in the 50s. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. We got some late breaking news we want to tell you about near downtown. Police investigating reports of a shooting.
This is happening in the 500 block of East Quincy. Our RJ Marquez is live now at the scene with the very latest. RJ, what have you learned?
Yeah, good morning, David and Ursula. This is still a very active scene behind me, and we just got to talking with the police sergeant here to find out a little bit more details exactly what is going on. So I'll step out of the way and show you exactly what officers are assessing at the moment. And police are telling us that this all started around 10:30 a.m. That's when officers got out here because of a heated argument between brothers. Apparently, these brothers met here at this treatment facility, the Medmark Treatment Center, and they got into a heated argument that led to a physical altercation. And then at one point, one of the brothers, the younger brother, it is believed, he grabbed either a gun that he was carrying or a gun from his older brother's waistband and shot his older brother in the shoulder area. Now, unfortunately, that bullet grazed the shoulder area and ended up going into the neck of that 35-year-old victim. And that's basically what police officers responded to earlier today. Now, we're told right now that that 35-year-old victim had that one gunshot wound to his neck area. He was taken to SAMC for treatment. The sergeant here on the scene says that he does not believe that this is a life-threatening condition, but he was taken as a priority one consideration. So again, that victim right now is at SAMC being treated for a gunshot wound to the neck. Now, as far as the suspect is concerned, police here saying that that individual has not been found. Again, he was the younger brother of the victim, and still no word exactly what exactly led to that argument. All we know was that these brothers were meeting here earlier today at this treatment facility right here at the corner of Quincy and Brooklyn. But one other thing to note here is that police say that they do not believe that this suspect is a danger to anyone in this area, but again, they are still on the lookout for this individual. Reporting live from Quincy and Brooklyn, RJ Marquez, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, RJ.
We'll be right back with a look at sports. So if you were just getting used to knowing the names and faces on the Spurs, I hate to say it, but you might have to start over, at least to some extent. The team traded veteran shooting guard Jason Richardson to the Pelicans for point guard Devontae Graham and 4 future second-round draft picks. Jay tweeted, "Very special city, fan base, always will be special to me. The Spurs now have 23 picks in the next 5 drafts. And you remember a couple of days ago, Jakob Poeltl traded from the Spurs to the Raptors, where his NBA career started back in 2016. The Spurs got center Kim Birch, a top 6 protected 24 first-round pick, plus 2 future second-rounders. And talk about timing. Hey, at least the trade happened in time to allow Pirtle to stay in Toronto and for Birch to actually get on the Spurs charter flight to Detroit. And not a surprise, the Spurs waived center Dwayne Dedmon. He was acquired along with 2028 second-round pick from Miami on Tuesday. He's 33 and doesn't fit in the Spurs youth movement, apparently. The Spurs will try to end their 10-game slide tonight when they take on the Detroit Pistons, one of the best arenas in the country because it's Little Caesars Arena. Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes has been named the NFL's most valuable player for the second time. Mahomes received the honor earlier this week for his performance during the 2022 season. He also won the award for the 2018-2019 season. This makes him the 10th player in NFL history to win the award multiple times. The 28-year-old signal caller will play for a second career Super Bowl title coming up Sunday night when the Chiefs take on the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl 57. It makes the third time in 5 seasons Mahomes has helped take the Chiefs to the Super Bowl. Did I mention he's from Texas Tech?
The latest on that Chinese spy balloon that is no more. The Biden administration providing the most comprehensive description of that balloon that traversed across several states last week. Investigators concluding that the balloon was in fact being used for intelligence surveillance. This as lawmakers on Capitol Hill grilled Pentagon officials about why it took so long to shoot it down. ABC's Ike Jachi in Washington with the latest.
The Biden administration presenting to the public the extent of China's global surveillance operation.
This is a program that has spanned 5 continents, 40 countries.
Last week, the military deployed Cold War-era U-2 spy planes to track and study the balloon before it was shot down over the Atlantic Ocean. A newly publicized State Department document says that spy balloon was equipped with multiple antennas capable of collecting communications and enormous solar panels strong enough to power multiple active intelligence collecting sensors, refuting China's claim that it was a civilian weather balloon that had strayed off course. Navy divers specialized in handling explosives continue to scour the waters off South Carolina, searching for possibly dangerous debris from that Chinese spy balloon. On Capitol Hill, Pentagon officials grilled by Democrats and Republicans about why the balloon wasn't shot down when it first crossed into U.S. airspace over Alaska.
To me, the clear message to China is we got free range in Alaska.
We potentially could have taken it down over the Aleutian Islands.
The Pentagon claims it didn't want to shoot it over land in fear of civilian casualties on the ground. They also say downing the balloon over the Aleutian Islands in Alaska could mean diving for debris in waters as deep as 18,000 feet, making recovery and salvage operations dangerous. President Biden defending the decision, saying he doesn't regret shooting it down sooner and that the spy balloon was not a major security breach.
The total amount of intelligence gathering that's going on by every country around the world is overwhelming.
The FBI is examining every single scrap recovered, but today, U.S. officials say they've made a big recovery. They believe they've located the undercarriage where most of the surveillance equipment is housed, largely intact. Ike Jachi, ABC News, Washington.
House Oversight Chair James Comer has sent his first official request for documents to President Joe Biden's brother, James, and the president's son, Hunter. His committee is investigating the Biden's family foreign business dealings and whether the Bidens involved President Joe Biden in any of their dealings. It's also investigating whether the family used the Biden name to generate millions of dollars. Comer's request for documents follows requests for information from the Treasury Department about the Biden family's financial transactions. A lawyer for Hunter Biden called the allegations that spurred the investigations, quote, non-existent and far-fetched criminal conspiracies, end quotes.
The man who carried a large Confederate flag inside the Capitol during the January 6th attack has now been sentenced to 3 years in prison. Kevin Seifried was part of that mob that chased Capitol Police Officer Eugene Goodman. During the trial, Officer Goodman testified that Seifried jabbed him with the flagpole before handing down his sentence. The district judge told Seifried those actions were, quote, outrageous and egregious, and that he participated in a national embarrassment, unquote. In court, Seyfried apologized to officers for his part in the January 6th event. Seyfried's son was with him at the Capitol that day. In October, he was sentenced to 2 years in prison.
You are looking at pictures of long-range nuclear-capable missile test in California. It's called Minuteman III. Thursday night, the U.S. Space Force launched the unarmed intercontinental ballistic missile from Vandenberg Space Force Base. Authorities at the base say the test focused on the weapon system security, safety, and effectiveness in the U.S. Regularly tests its intercontinental weapon system to verify its accuracy and reliability.
It's right on schedule. Norovirus cases at their highest levels in about a year. According to CDC data, the number of lab tests reporting positive is averaging more than 15%. That's a level that we haven't seen since mid-March of last year. Norovirus is the leading cause of foodborne illness in the U.S. and often involves nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and stomach pain. It spreads easily through personal contact, though, contaminated food or water, or even contaminated surfaces. And it frequently occurs from late fall to early spring. There are millions of cases each year, and unfortunately, about 900 deaths, mostly in older adults.
The COVID-19 shot is now on the list of regularly scheduled routine vaccinations for children, teens, and adults. That is according to the CDC. The new recommendations were published in the CDC's Morbidity and Mortality Weekly Report. Along with the COVID shot, key changes to the schedule include updated guidance on vaccines for the flu, MMR, and hepatitis B. However, this does not mean schools will require vaccination to enroll. Those vaccination requirements are still being determined by state or local jurisdictions and not by the CDC.
Taking a look outside with live cam. Chilly out there, 52 degrees at noon, and the wind, we're hoping it dies down a little bit so we can all get on the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, it will die down some, but still howling right now. 52 outside, blue skies starting to show up. I want to show you a picture from this morning. We had a beautiful sunrise because we had some mid-level clouds working through. Look at that shot. Very, very scenic. We appreciate it as always. Send in those KSAT Connect pictures. You can do that on the KSAT weather app. And as we look at the satellite picture here, you saw a lot of blue skies there at the last look at the airport live cam, and that's because that clearing line more or less is moving through. We still have some clouds back behind that, but these aren't as thick. And so I think we'll get mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies going into the afternoon. A little bit more sun will help with temperatures some, but we're on the backside of that cold front, so highs today will only be in the upper 50s. 56 right now in Honda, 46 in Kerrville, 44 in Fredericksburg. It is cleared out in Rock Springs. You're sitting in 46, and sunny skies out in Del Rio too. 55 for you. 49 Boulevardy, 49 Canyon Lake, 55 in Seguin with a patch of clouds about to work through. And looking at that wind gust forecast for the rest of today, yeah, it's still going to be fairly windy going through, I'd say, late afternoon, dinner time, but the winds will drop off tonight. They'll show some gusts up to maybe 15 miles per hour, but sustained winds will be in the 5 to 10 mile per hour range. So look at your forecast one more time. 56 at 3 o'clock, 57 are high, and then down into the 40s tonight. Those temperatures fall off very quickly. We'll be in the low 40s and even 30s by after midnight, and then falling down close to freezing by tomorrow morning, guys.
What happened to summer?
It's gone for now.
Rihanna is breaking her silence ahead of her big performance at the Super Bowl halftime show Sunday night. How she's preparing and why she decided to take the stage this year after previously turning down the big opportunity.